Clap everybody and say hello. Clap everybody and say hello. Clap everybody and say hello. Hello all our friends. Hello friends, how are you today? It's good to be here with you. I have a guessing game to play with you before we get started with our other activities today. Are you ready? I'm going to give you some clues and you see if you can guess the thing that I'm thinking about, okay? Here we go. I'm thinking of a kind of an animal. Sometimes this animal lives in the forest. It often builds a nest in trees. It has a sharp beak and sharp claws called talons. It's nocturnal. That means it sleeps all day and wakes up at night to go hunting. Do you think you know what it is? I'll give you one more clue, and after that, I know you'll know what it is. This animal's sound sometimes sounds like this. Hoo, 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 hoo. Did you guess it? That's right. I'm thinking about an owl. And I have two stories to share with you today. Well, two books. One is a story, but the other one is nonfiction, which means that it's not a made-up story about owls. It's a story with real information that teaches us things about owls. It's called Owls Live in Trees. But as you'll see when I read it, owls can actually live in many other places too. I learned some new things about owl homes when I read this. Maybe you will too. Let's read it. Owls live in trees. Owls live in trees. Looks like this owl has built a nest inside the hole of a tree, doesn't it? Owls make nests in trees. Sometimes owls live in nests that were built by other birds. Maybe they move in after those birds move out. Some owls live in barns. Farmers like owls because they eat mice and rats and other things that can be pests on farms. Some owls live on the ground and they make their nests on the ground. You're probably noticing that owls often have different colors. They're not all the same, are they? These barn owls look a little different than the owls that build their nests on the ground. These owls are very good with camouflage. Their feathers match the grass or the other things around them so that other animals that hunt them or are their predators can't see them as easily. Did you know that some owls live under the ground? They dig holes or burrows and they make nests under the ground. They're very camouflaged too, aren't they? Some owls live in tree stumps. Owls make soft nests. Do you see the two baby owls in this picture? Some owls live where it is cold. Do you think the feathers of this owl are white so that it will be camouflaged with the snow? I think so too. Some owls live where it is hot. This owl has a little hole in a plant called a cactus. That's something you find in the desert where it's very hot and very dry. Owls live nearly everywhere. The end. How about that? Did you know that owls could live in all those different places? I didn't know that until I read that book. It's pretty cool the way books can teach us new things, isn't it? I have one more story that I want to read with you. One of my very favorite owl stories. But before we do, I'll teach you a little song about an owl. It goes like this. Get your hands ready. We need our hands for this song. It starts like this. I'm a wide-eyed owl with a pointy nose, 2 pointy ears, and claws 4 toes. I live high up in a tree, and when I look at you, I flap my wings and say, hoo, hoo, hoo. Good. Let's do it one more time a little faster. I'm a wide-eyed owl with the pointy nose, 2 pointy ears, and claws 4 toes. I live high up in a tree, and when I look at you, I flap my wings and say, hoo, hoo, hoo. Good. This other story that I want to read to you today it's not a nonfiction story like owls live in trees. This is a story that someone made up in their imagination. It's called Owl Babies. It's by Martin Waddell, and the pictures in this book were drawn by Patrick Benson. Owl Babies. Once there were 3 baby owls, Sarah, Percy, and Bill. They lived in a hole in the trunk of a tree with their owl mother. The hole had twigs and leaves and owl feathers in it. That sounds soft, doesn't it? It was their house. One night they woke up and their owl mother was gone. "Where's Mommy?" asked Sarah. "Oh my goodness," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. Bill says that a lot in this story. The baby owls thought. Owls think a lot. "I think she's gone hunting," said Sarah. "To get us our food," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. Do you ever feel like Bill does sometimes? But their owl mother didn't come. The baby owls came out of their house and they sat in the tree and they waited. Kind of like the mouse who waited for the apple to fall in our story the other day. A big branch for Sarah, a small branch for Percy, and an old piece of tiny ivy for Bill. This is Sarah on the big branch, and this is Percy, and this is Bill. "She'll be back," said Sarah. "Back soon," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. Can you say that with Bill? "I want my mommy." It was dark in the woods. They had to be brave, for things moved all around them. "She'll bring us mice and things that are nice," said Sarah. "I suppose so," said Percy. What does Bill say? "I want my mommy." They sat and they thought. All owls think a lot. "I think we should all sit on my branch," said Sarah. And they did. All 3 sat together. Sometimes when you're waiting for something or when you feel a little nervous, it can be helpful to have other friends or family with you, can't it? "Suppose she gets lost," said Sarah. "Or a fox got her," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. And the baby owls closed their eyes. Can you close your eyes with the babies? And they wished their owl mother would come. Look, and she came. Soft and silent, she swooped through the trees to Sarah and Percy and Bill. There's the mother owl flying so silently through the night sky. And there are the 3 owls waiting. They're looking the other way so they don't even see her coming. Now they see her. Mommy, they cried, and they flapped and they danced and they bounced up and down on their branch. What is all the fuss? Their owl mother asked. You knew I'd come back. The baby owls thought. All owls think a lot. I knew it, said Sarah. I knew it, said Percy. I love my mommy, said Bill. And that's the end. I like that story because the brothers and sisters take such good care of each other while they're worried, and their mama owl comes back, as mamas always do. Let's try our owl song one more time, and then we'll say goodbye for today. Are you ready? I'm a wide-eyed owl with a pointy nose, 2 pointy ears, and claws for toes. I live high up in a tree, and when I look at you, I flap my wings and say, hoo, hoo, hoo. Now let's clap our wings together and sing our goodbye song. Clap everybody and say goodbye. Clap everybody and say goodbye. Clap everybody and say goodbye. Goodbye all our friends. I'll see you next time. Bye.